Hey guys, I'm Chex, and I decided to celebrate this year's 250th anniversary of America by going over to Shooter's World. They've got this really interesting diorama, as well as this entire history section in the front before you go into the range where they show off everything. I think they changed up this little diorama here just for the 250th anniversary, so I want to make sure I showed this off really well, as well as they've got all these little mini machine guns, MP40, and then on this side of the wall they've got a lot of famous firearms and from famous people, or that are just really popular, like the Uzi up there that I showed, the Navy uniform, and then here are just a ton of, you've got Abraham Lincoln's pistol up there in the top right. I don't remember all the other ones that we've got here, unfortunately. And then I think that might be Lee Harvey Oswald's rifle there. And then on this side, they've got just a ton of military history firearms from when we first moved here to America, all the way up to modern firearms and things like that. Here you can see on this wall the actual evolution of U.S. battle rifles from 1776 to present. Blah, blah. A lot of impressive things here. I really like all of these firearms, to be honest with you. They're very interesting, very cool to me. And then you've got some really classy ones with scopes and snipers, over here basically. So to answer everybody that's asked me this same question about 1,000 times now, yes, my firearms are real. The majority of the ones that you see in my videos are real firearms. I just make, I use them safely when I'm using them in videos. If you're going to handle a firearm, make sure that you're safe about it. Yes, there is one. Okay, well, in most of my videos, actually, you do see that I have live ammunition in there. But in the videos where I'm pointing the gun at the camera, I am being completely safe about it, and I don't do that kind of stuff all the time. You don't wave around firearms loaded, you just all willy-nilly everywhere. That is dangerous. I only do it for the memes, so please don't do that. This is that disclaimer. Don't do that. I started the day off shooting my MCX. This is my go-to backpack gun, the gun that I typically will have on me most of the time if I'm traveling or doing things out and about, if I have my backpack on me. So I want to make sure that I'm the most proficient with this one, as well as that it's going to work every single time that I have to pick this thing up. And thankfully it always does, like magic. I love this thing. It is my favorite firearm, to be honest with you. I've only had it for a few years now. I know there's a Gen 3 that came out literally right after I basically got this one and put it together. I did build it. As you can see, I've got an arrow lower. This is a upper that I just bought directly from the website. But I'm still really happy with it. It works just fine. I don't see that there's any different. The parts don't come loose at all or anything like that. I tighten them down with the hand of God, so they're not coming on loose. And I love this thing. I haven't gone shooting in some time, so my recoil control here was a little rusty and a little rough, as you can kind of see. But my shot placement was still amazing, which you'll see in a moment here. While I know it's not super far, this was just at 25 yards after not shooting for a year or so. Next up was Old Reliable. I've had this gun for a long time and I've really enjoyed it. This is my Palmetto State Armory AR pistol. I've had this for a little over a decade now, I think, and I've still loved this thing to this very day. I often carry this one with me in my car at the very least, as an emergency gun, just in case things, go crazy, whatever. Basically the same kind of thing as a backpack gun, but it's one that just kind of stays in my car. The reason that I don't use this one as a backpack gun is because it doesn't, I would have to basically take it apart and basically the lower half and the upper half put into the bag, and then that's not something that I want to redeploy in that way. And the reason why I stopped there to kind of look at the camera like that is because this thing was spitting some massive fireballs, and I've not been used to that in a while because all my other guns have really nice flash hiders on them. So the flash from those is significantly less, and I've kind of forgot how much a bird cage can actually flash once in a while. I'll recoil here as I recall the target because I did not do very well when I was shooting this. Oh man, I knew it was a lot more jumpy than the MCX, and so I had some really bad shots off to the right here that I completely missed, where I was trying to hit almost all of them in that first burst that I basically fired was just abysmal. and then like a goof, I try to blame the fireballs that were coming out from it. But it was distracting me, but it's not why my shots were being bad, to be honest. Holding myself accountable later. I then tightened it up though, and I was able to kind of get a better grouping after this. I think part of it really was just like, I wasn't driving it the same way that you do with the MCX, and so because of that, that's what was throwing me off. I then all of a sudden decided, alright, let's do some 1R1s. These were actually pretty fun to do. I haven't done this in a really long time, like exactly like this, especially not in like a small range. So I felt kind of weird not having like my gun belt to manage off of. You can even see my face there. I'm kind of like, I'm unsure about how this feels, because I don't want to return it to my back pocket. But then at this moment, I kind of decided like, well, I mean, if I'm running around and I just have a mag in my back pocket, like it is what it is. So maybe I have to just run like that. And then I was like, well, I guess I would really just throw my mag down in a realistic scenario. I don't care about returning it to my back pocket for that one magazine in an emergency scenario. I just want to dump and go. So, and as you can see, I didn't even bother continuing with the 1R1 at this point. I just dumped and goed. And then I decided to return the 1R1s for a little bit, just to keep practicing with that, so I could, just in case, use that skill. And while I was able to get my shot placement improved with this, I was still not really impressed with how my results turned out. I did okay, but for me, with this one, I've done a lot better. Next up, the gun that's gone famous, the Albino Crocodile. And like an idiot, I forgot to turn around the camera at first and find a good angle. This is the gun that everybody has seen in all of my shorts that have been going viral recently. This is the Albino Crocodile. It's a P250 customized that I basically tried to kind of model after Leon Kennedy's gun from Resident Evil 9. No, it's not an exact replica. It's a P250 and not a 320, so I figured, you know what, I'm going to take some personal liberties in this customization and make it more me than making it just like Leon's gun, essentially. Now I finally get a better angle. I actually really like this gun. This was my first gun, and it's still to this day my favorite gun, actually. I don't carry this gun all the time because it's my favorite gun. I shoot it the most proficiently. I am the most accurate with it. While I cannot fire it the fastest, I am the most accurate out of all my guns with this gun. I try to shoot it faster, which ends up making me a little bit less accurate than I can be with it at times. But I absolutely love the feel of this. This was actually my first time taking this gun out shooting with all the customizations that I put on it as well, and it performed perfectly. They have a thing on Harrington Arms website, which is the comp that I have on there, where it says if you get a new comp and barrel that you should break it in with like 124 grains. I took it in with 115 grains because the gun itself with the spring and all that stuff was already really broken in from me using it over time. I put thousands of rounds through this handgun. I don't even know how many. I unfortunately don't keep track. If the part wears out, then I just replace it when I can, or when I need to. I need to keep better track of that though, I will admit. But this thing worked flawlessly. It didn't have a single issue or malfunction. That is another reason why I love this gun. It's super smooth shooting. It's smooth, super smooth. Just everything about this gun. I love this gun. I can't say enough things about it. And this was the target with the P250 after I was done. Even though I'm shaking my hand like I'm not impressed, but honestly, like this was actually pretty solid shot placement. This was at 15 yards and everything. I only had like a few slight misses. This is actually pretty good.
Not bad though. That was actually my first time shooting. This is this new configuration. I really like it. That's actually not bad.
Look at that smile.
Mostly solid. Could do better.
I'm way too hard on myself. Next up is my little pucker devil. This is the PSA Dagger Micro. I'm not super crazy about this gun. If you guys saw, I used to have a video up on this channel and on my other channel that I've taken both down since, just because I'm not super crazy about this gun. I tried to say nice things about it, but it had too many issues for me to really be able to recommend it. Running 124 grain through it did help. I did try that, and that did seem to make it a little bit smoother. but I still have noticed that there's just issues with like the magazines causing feed issues, as well as, to be honest, the accuracy on this thing was dog water. I could not get this thing to hit where I wanted for the life of me, it felt like, and it made me question everything that I was doing because it was so bad. Somebody had a machine gun. Even here though, I'm just not having a great time shooting this handgun. I tried my best. I've tried my best to enjoy and make this a worthwhile gun, but in my opinion, it just has not been. There's too many issues with it out of the box for it to really like be a serious contender of a gun for me. It works, and in like really close quarters, it's sufficient. But like you just see here, every other mag, it seems like, has a malfunction, and that's what kind of kills it for me. I was having such a rough time with the accuracy of this gun too that I thought that I needed to try to maybe like crouch down and kind of put my arms on the table. Maybe like I'm just dipping too much or something. I couldn't tell. Now, while this might not look too bad, all of these shots were about a foot below where I actually was aiming for. So where I did make a hit good, I wasn't actually aiming right at that spot. Just to speak for the barrel's accuracy on this. I don't know what problem was going on here. Next up is my actual daily carry gun. This is a PSA Dagger Micro. I decided to only take Magpul mags because I had heard a lot of bad things about Magpul mags, so I wanted to see if that was true.
I'm like, what's going on?
And I found out for myself that Magpul mags do, in fact, often have problems. This was an experience for me. I even got a jam, like, right off the bat on my, like, second round. And I've heard about a lot of people having problems with with Magpul mags in Glocks, or Glock Magpul mags. Not Glock brand mags for your Glock. God, that is fucking, oh my god. Anyway, so Magpul Glock mags are not good, but regular Glock mags are good. That's what I'm trying to say without stumbling all over my words here. This was just kind of like what helped teach me for sure that the magazine issues that I was having, or that the issues that I was having with the Dagger Micro were indeed magazine-related issues. Because I've never had issues like this with my PSA Dagger normal before, like I was having today. Even though I'm not having another one right now, but I do have another jam here in a little bit. I'm pretty sure, and I've never had jams to this degree that I have with my Dagger as I did today using normal block mags. So this was a learning experience for me. I used to tell people that Magpul block mags were fine until I only used them for a day, and just in one day it gave me enough experience to learn, like, oh yeah, I'm not super crazy about these actually. They don't work as well as I hope they would. Now, for the majority of my guns, I shoot them exactly how I would shoot them if I had to shoot it in a real-life scenario. The Dagger that I was just shooting, I shoot exactly all the time how I would use it if I had to actually use it, because I want that to be a one-to-one training to use scenario. So I'm actually really impressed with how fast I could shoot this, with how accurate it was. I want to throw this in, what they call it, the ceasefire, because this guy gives my table of guns a really funny look here.
You're good.
They were indeed not all clear, and there was a few with rounds. But this guy was really cool. He had a good attitude. Both the range officers that came in today, this guy was really funny too here. Both these guys were really cool though. I had a great time at this range. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see this unedited and where I just kind of show like the entire shooting range session that I had, you can go check out my other channel, Linktree below, or you can go to my main page and find that. I really appreciate it if you guys hit the like and subscribe button, helps me out. Hope you guys had an amazing 4th of July this year, and more to come. Have a good one, guys. Bye.